Returning from the Cloud9 Apex series there. Cloud9, small gold lead, but here we are returning to our TSM Apex series as I do have Doublelift and Biofrost, our dynamic duo in the bot lane for TSM. Here to ask you a few questions. Number one, Biofrost into the LCS here on an undefeated streak so far with TSM, not even dropping a game, let alone a series. So starting 3-0 in the series, 6-0 in the games. How does that feel as a rookie to come in and be operating with such a dominant squad?
It definitely feels nice. My teammates are constantly supporting me, and the coaching staff is also very supportive, so it's made the transition fairly easy.
All right, now we got to talk about, talk to Doublelift about your transition to TSM, how you went through the tryout process and your trip to Korea. But I want to hear from your perspective, having been the guy trying to, jump onto the roster. What was that experience like for you, knowing that you are competing against some other very top-tier talent?
When I first heard about the tryouts, I was really excited, and I knew that there were a lot of other very talented supports going into the tryouts. So I kind of took it with a grain of salt, and I just wanted to put my best foot forward. And going to the tryouts, I got along with the team members pretty well, so I really wanted the spot, and when I did get it, I was really happy.
Absolutely, and you've been performing very well as you did get that role. Doublelift, over to you. In a more holistic view, I've had some curiosities around TSM with their reformed roster, bringing Biofrost in, how quickly you guys would kind of assimilate him into the roster and perform well in this split. You seem to be doing it right off the bat. What do you attribute that most to? Why is it that this roster is clicking so well?
I think this split we just decided, well, we didn't really decide. We just all kind of agreed that we were going to focus on teamwork, which sounds really silly because every team kind of focuses on teamwork, but we were really, like, damn, we have such sick laners, Me, Bjergsen, Honster, we pretty much always win lane. We're never really super down. But for some reason, things aren't really clicking. And, Dennis, or Svenskeren, he has changed his jungle style so much. He used to be a really heavy counter-jungler. Then he became like a Cinderhulk Sightstone bot, like a meatball. And then now he's kind of like finding his own style within the team, and he's always just trying to really support us and try to figure out, like, oh, how can he help all three lanes, because we just try to work together that way. So this split, we were just saying, like, yeah, we need to work on basically our map play, but mostly like all of our teamwork, and make sure that when we fight, like, we're all on the same page. So that's kind of why our games are so bloody, is because we have, like, very lethal, like, all-in execution on every play. And we just try to make sure, like, everyone on the team is aware, like, we're fighting right now, and everyone just, like, come join the party.
Where and or how does Weldon fit into this equation? Because you're saying that as a team, we kind of made some decisions going into the split, how we were going to reapproach League of Legends and how we operate together. But for him, as a coach, kind of coming in and operating as that authority, where does he fit into this equation?
Oh, wow, Weldon's changed a lot of just, like, our team mentality, and he's basically established, like, the kind of pillars that the actions that we try to follow through pretty much any game. We will always try to be making plays. We'll always try to be, like, executing on plays. And we're never just going to sit around and just, like, slowly lose, because that's just how we think the best team in the world should play. It's just always playing aggressive, whether you're ahead or you're behind, whether you're not really sure, like, you're uncertain, you're indecisive. You should always try to be at least, like, putting them in a reactive position and always just, like, making the first step.
Biofrost, assuming there are improvements still to be had for this TSM lineup and the way that you guys play League of Legends throughout the split, what would be the area in which you guys feel, or rather you feel, the team needs to improve the most to become unbeatable?
It's definitely a lot of it going to be on my shoulders on how I'm going to improve as a rookie player. There's just communication things that I need to understand, as well as just looking out for plays constantly. It's just the TSM style that we're constantly trying to be aggressive, and I need to be able to adapt to that. I think I'm being aggressive now, but there's definitely a lot of opportunities I'm currently missing.
All right, and Doublelift, you guys got your revenge on CLG in that first series of the split, so you're kind of on that path towards being the team to beat in the North American LCS. If we were to put anyone in front of you on the way to that, of course it would have to be Immortals, who were dominating the regular split in spring. You guys play them tomorrow. Talk to me about this matchup and the fact that you get to play a best of 3 against them.
Oh, wow. I think it'll be really close. I really respect the way Immortals plays. I think it's very similar. We both try to be very aggressive, and we're always trying to put... We don't care, like, what the gold lead is either way. We're just going to fight a lot. So I think our game will be really entertaining. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to say maybe 2-1 either way, but I'm super confident that we're going to win anyway, so maybe just 2-1 for us.
There it is. Promising, exciting games for us. I'm happy to hear that. Biofrost, what's your assessment of that bot lane for Immortals in Adrian and Wild Turtle?
They definitely seem very aggressive as well. Adrian was kind of the first support last split to like adopt all these different range supports, and people were kind of saying, you know, that's only NA. But now kind of everyone's playing these range supports, so it'll be interesting to see how our bot lane does versus them.
All right, fabulous. Once again, gentlemen, I want to congratulate you on your victory today. Wish you the best of luck in your game against Immortals tomorrow, and thank you for your time here in the interview. It is time now, though, for us to send you over to NALCS 1, where Cloud9 and Phoenix 1 are locked in a battle for Game 2 of their 3-game series. Let's send it to the action from NALCS 1 to close out the day.